Good afternoon. I'm Councilmember Shelley Kaplan, and it's my pleasure to highlight the investments being made to our public infrastructure throughout Cathedral City. At the end of 2014, when this council took our seats, we faced a city with many of its arterial and residential streets in a dilapidated state. Only Ramon Road had started a major reconstruction. As a council, we set out to make substantial repairs to our roads and bridges, and we've done just that. In fact, more than $100 million worth of investments. Don't believe me? Just watch. Over the last 3 years, and through the end of this year, more than $100 million has been invested in infrastructure projects for Cathedral City. This is extremely important, as government must invest in its public infrastructure to get the attention of private developers. Companies are less likely to build a new hotel, restaurant, or entertainment complex if the roads or bridges leading up to it is in disrepair or looks dilapidated. So let's take a look at the investments this council has approved for resurfacing or reconstructing for our arterial streets. They include $164,400 to resurface East Palm Canyon Drive from the Rancho Mirage city limits to the Palm Springs city limits. They also include reconstructing Cathedral Canyon Drive and Date Palm Drive from East Palm Canyon to Perez Road at $956,000. Reconstructing Vista Chino from Date Palm Drive to the Whitewater Wash at $3.7 million. Reconstructing 30th Avenue and McCallum Way at $2.5 million. Reconstructing Avenida La Paz and Avenida La Vista at $699,000. This council also approved resurfacing of roads in many neighborhoods throughout Cathedral City, including Lower Cathedral City Cove at $383,000, Northwest Panorama Area at $212,000, Dream Homes Neighborhood at $333,400, Ortega Road construction and sidewalks for $737,000. Rio Vista neighborhood at $594,000. The council also approved the resurfacing of most downtown streets and the City Hall parking lots at $240,000. Now let's discuss the major bridge improvements approved for Cathedral City currently underway or starting construction later this year. First, the city contracted with Riverside Construction Company to complete the $20.5 million Date Palm Bridge widening and seismic improvement project that will add one additional lane, 3 in total, a bicycle lane and sidewalks for both directions of traffic. It will also provide road improvements from Gerald Ford Drive to Perez Road. Construction is underway and is expected to be completed by fall of 2018. The City Council also voted to fund numerous capital improvement projects, such as the new bridge over the wash on Cathedral Canyon Drive. Every year during our rainy season, Cathedral Canyon Drive is closed to traffic during flash flooding. This can cause delays for our first responders as they must travel and cross the wash using the Date Palm Bridge. Starting this November 2018, construction will begin on the new $22.7 million bridge that will offer sidewalks and bike lanes in each direction, as well as roadway widening improvements. This council has also approved the Ramon Road Bridge project over the Whitewater River from Candlewood Drive to San Luis Rey. In partnership with the City of Palm Springs, the $36 million bridge project will widen the roadway, widen the existing bridge, and add sidewalks on the north side and multi-use path on the south side that will provide connectivity to the current CV Link segment that will eventually continue south along the Whitewater Riverbank in the future. With new businesses coming into the downtown area and more changes on the horizon, the city has recently installed new pedestrian directory signs informing residents and visitors alike about our theaters, restaurants, and other great things to do in Cathedral City. The city installed new entryway signs at our major arterial roads, welcoming people to Cathedral City. These signs are often the first image of a city. With their bold colors and modern look, the $160,000 investment is well worth it. Other investments in our downtown include conservation and sustainable features, including desert landscaping, and the installation of new solar panel systems that will produce an additional 875,000 kilowatts of electricity from a renewable source, the sun. These solar panels will provide Cathedral City Civic Center complex with nearly 75% of its annual electrical needs, thereby further reducing the city's carbon footprint. After 10 years in the making, the very first section of the Coachella Valley CV Link opened in late February before an overflowing crowd of supporters. The opening ceremony also included a special recognition of the late Supervisor John Benoit for his efforts on making the CV Link a reality. Many dignitaries from across the valley came to celebrate the ribbon cutting that officially opened the CV Link to the public. The surprising news came from CVAG Executive Director Tom Kirk, who announced alongside Mayor Stan Henry that Renova Energy CEO Vince Battaglia had signed an agreement to adopt and pay for the entire operation and maintenance cost of the first segment of the CV Link in Cathedral City. Soon, residents who live in the Cathedral Canyon Country Club will be able to take their golf carts from the golf course to downtown for gaming, dining, shopping, and connecting with neighbors. Students will walk from neighborhoods east of the Wash to their new Agua Caliente Elementary School in the Dream Homes neighborhood that's currently under construction. Once completed, this state-of-the-art facility will offer our students a learning-centered environment of the highest quality to meet their educational needs. Finally, as we look to future infrastructure improvements for Cathedral City, we must be cognizant of a funding resource that will allow us to continue to repair our roads and streets. That is Senate Bill 1, the new gas tax. This additional 12 cents per gallon tax that was implemented back on November 1st will allow Cathedral City to repair the intersection of Date Palm Drive and Dinah Shore Drive, as well as reconstruct Dinah Shore Drive from Date Palm Drive all the way west to the Dinah Shore Bridge. This $800,000 road project, funded completely from the SB1 gas tax, will begin in early July of this year. With over $100 million invested in our infrastructure, Cathedral City is creating an environment that is ready for entrepreneurs to come and establish new businesses. And if you don't believe me, just watch.